we'll send you lots of spam. We'll send you some really good announcements about what's going on and who's going to be presenting. We have some great presentations today. The organizers, Sean, you know, Chris, you know, Renee, I don't know where Danielle is. Of course, Harley, who does everything. You just kind of walk around and do nothing. But today we have two great presenters. Both happen to be members of Tech Garage. We also have some other people in the audience from Tech Garage. We welcome them, co-workers, and other members of our organization. But first, we got a great presentation from a guy that I think you'll find really interesting. Direct Pharms, Mr. Hushman Nightingale.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Hushman Nightingale. I'm a proud husband, I'm a father, and I am also the founder of Direct Pharms. And I've been a practicing physician for the past 12 years in emergency medicine on the front lines of medicine. So here's the problem. Sorry, got a clicker too. Here's the problem. Everybody gets sick, but nobody plans on how, when, or with what we'll get sick with. Currently, over-the-counter medications are sold to us as if we'll be using them daily. We won't, and you don't. We aren't getting a cold every day. We aren't having an allergic reaction every day. They are medications to be used as needed. So this picture is the inspiration of Direct Pharms. This is an actual picture of my own pharmacy. What you do not see in this picture is that one of these medications I bought 4 separate times. 2 of the medications I bought twice, and many of these medicines are actually of the same type and category. What I also didn't know, but after doing the math, is that all of these medications were actually bulk sizes. I got a question here, a free call card to anybody that would know, that would guess how long it would take you to consume all of those medications as directed by the manufacturer. Just a guess.
20 years.
3 months. 3 months.
1 month.
20 years. We got to give you 3. It would take you, I'm going to give it 21 years. It would take you 444 days to consume all of those medications as directed by the manufacturer. Ain't nobody doing that. We don't have time for that. This is a system that's ripe for disruption. I can tell you that study after study that shows from purchase to disposal, this system is completely broken. This may be a great way to buy your next television, but trust me when I tell you, it is a horrible way to buy Tylenol. This reflects what I feel is a growing problem in medicine, is that all too often the system seems to work for large corporations and not its customers. I can't believe that we at Direct Pharms are coming up with this novel idea of actually selling an as-needed medication as needed. Direct Pharms is your anti-wholesale store. Direct Pharms dispels this myth that the only way everyday consumers like you and I can ever save money is by buying in bulk or way more than we need. No effective corporation does this, so why should you? The system we also felt was simple. We would use the same systems, the solution we felt was simple. We'd use the same systems and technology that large hospital systems and corporations use to improve their efficiencies and improve their bottom lines, and put that same technology in the hands and homes of our customers. Direct Pharms has created the personal pharmacy kit. It's an amazingly simple yet transformative device that deploys proven technology, helping the consumer improve their bottom line and deliver a level of over-the-counter pharmaceutical care that previously, before today, has been unavailable to the public. This is a quintessential American device. It's simple to use, and it saves you money. The pharmaceutical kit comes pre-filled with all, not some, but all of your over-the-counter medications, providing you with 95% of your common ailments. Its intuitive software and embedded technology allows you to track its contents, expired items, recalls, and trust me, so much more. This personal pharmacy kit delivers by mail to your front door only things that you use. For consumed items, without you so much as lifting a finger. Here's the contents. This is physician, pharmacist, and family-approved items that will cover 95% of your over-the-counter needs. The average family spends about $338 per year in over-the-counter medications. This is the crazy thing. We can deliver all of these medications for approximately $89 and still make money, and that's at today's retail prices. That's how much you're getting screwed. So our plan is to be a B2B corporation, B2C corporation with initial over-the-counter sales and ongoing sales of consumed and expired items and providing device sales and support. We also think that there's a right market using the same technology for B2B corporations, from restaurants to factories who are required to have first aid kits, and I think this technology could also improve that. But this device also provides automatic data capture, providing a wealth of information available to our consumers, but also to providing feedback and real-time feedback about the product. Everybody sells over-the-counter medications, from gas stations to pharmacies, and now an increasing online presence. We feel at Direct Pharms that we provide a level of convenience and customer service and cost saving that is unique, and we're excited about the possibilities. Are you? 6 minutes goes by quickly. I'm trying to jam it all in there.
That's pretty on the dot. It's like, get the benefit for the consumer. How is the pharmaceutical industry going to react to this?
Great question. The reason why we chose over-the-counter medication is, unlike the bulk, actually, over-the-counter medicines are approximately 8% of total pharma sales. It's about a $40 billion market, but all of these medications are available in generic form. They're easily available. I can't be pinched out of that market. So pharmaceutical sales, I think we can improve their margins by selling smaller quantities and delivering more of these medications to other people. But I think initially, coming in under the radar is a great place to start.
Who are you actually targeting? The people who buy at Costco or buy in bulk, or?
Also a great question.
Yeah. I just don't know.
So we all say, I don't buy that much stuff. I don't get sick. I wanted a product for the rest of us. So who I'm trying to target is exactly that, you, everybody else. We don't all get sick. We aren't having a cold every day. But I can deliver you everything that the pharmacy offers for less than what you spend right now. So the average family, like that slide said, is about $338. The average family spends on over-the-counter medicines. Even if you don't have to take all of those medicines, you cannot do it any other way. This is inventory management for the rest of us. It is something that corporations and other manufacturers are using. I'm delivering you a level of service that you can't do alone. Go for it.
So there's large pharmaceutical distribution companies like Cardinal Health, McKesson, and AmerisourceBergen. Have you thought about selling the concept to them?
I've thought about that. At this stage, we've proven that the concept worked. We developed the box, we transmitted the data, stored it on the cloud, and I think I'm willing to discuss any partners at this stage. I'm here to present this to the public and say, this is what your life can look like. This is what the future can look like. I mean, this makes that Amazon Go button seem antiquated. I want you to understand that you could have this in your house, and all you have to do is use it. You could give it to your grandmother, your mother, and say, hey, just use this. You don't have to go to the pharmacy for anything. and it will automatically, seamlessly be refilled. As long as those contents are taken out, with this rule-based analytic software, we can make that happen. Yes, JJ?
Okay, so because I'm old and worn out, I take a ton of Advil. How in the world is that possibly good?
Another great question. So my hypothesis is that you probably take less than you think you do. This software, an analytic cloud-based software, allows you to have those rules in there. It will recognize that, hey, JJ, you've used 3 things of Motrin within the past month. How about you buy a bigger bottle? That's what this analytic software does. It gives you those recommendations. It is the governor for your wallet. That's what we want to be.
Well, look for interactions, like I know that there's, 10 different antirobitusins, but some of those you can't take with blood pressure medications, you can't take with others. How are you going to address that part?
So, the interactions, the reason why we chose over-the-counter medications is this is available to you now. This is things that the FDA has said is safe for the public to consume. We have enough information, and the information is out there on how you consume it. You can't replace me. I'm a physician. I don't want to be the replacement. This is not that. We want to empower you to take advantage of your own information to make those choices of things that are already available. Just make it a ton more convenient.
I appreciate your awareness that we're not going to use every single product in there. To quantify that a bit, it might be helpful to say, hey, even if you, the consumer, only use 25% of what's in this box, by example, it would be more cost effective. You might also speak to that prior question. Hey, even if you don't use the robitussin in this, the other stuff is still of value. Have you been able to get your arms around that?
Yes. I mean, that's precisely the concept. You could buy this product 4 times, everything in it. I mean, there's things in there that I would never use, but I can tell you, just on the wasted items, I paid for it. That's just on the wasted items. You know why? I get to the pharmacy and I'm like, I don't really know if I got it at home. I don't know if it's recalled. Don't know if it's used. I don't know if I can actually find it. Just buy some more. And that's how I ended up with 4 bottles, 3 of which were unopened. Just that alone, actually purchased the product. Back there?
Okay, if I'm understanding right, because you basically alluded to this in the beginning, this works like your own little home mini Pixis machine.
Exactly.
But how does it know when I'm taking things out? Because I'm not putting a code in every time like I am a Pixis machine, and if I barely remember to take my allergy medicine in the morning, how am I going to remember to report it to you?
Yeah. This is why this is a quintessential American device. I'm asking of you to do nothing. In this, each item is actually embedded with a small little device, a small little microchip. And the reason why we can do this now is that the cost of that has dropped so significantly that I can purchase all of the components to make this for approximately $12 today on Amazon. You can get everything. And the cost to embed each one of these things with this chip is approximately 5 cents. So I'm not asking you to do anything. I don't want you to do it. Just use it. You don't have to type anything in. My mom, I tell you this, I came up with this thing because of my lovely wife. She says, I just want something that works. When my kid gets sick, I don't want to get to my phone and type something in. I don't want to do that. I just want it available to me at a moment's notice.
So I've got a bias against planning and preparedness models, admittedly, unless there's enough pain that says, man, this is so painful, inconvenient, expensive, that, man, I don't want that happening, so I'm going to spend money in planning and preparedness. If I need Advil, Tylenol, all the over-the-counter medications, there's probably a dozen places within a 10-minute block that I can get that. So as a consumer, I like convenience and impulsiveness when I know that I have plenty of options around me. I don't feel like I'm going to be in a situation, oh no, I need more Advil or Benadryl, and it doesn't feel inconvenient enough because it's so close for me to engage that sense of I better prepare and spend more money today. So
That's a great point. I mean, I originally came from Michigan. This is where I did my training. I studied at Michigan State. In Michigan, the average pharmacy is maybe 30, 40 minutes away. There's snow. And I can tell you as a parent, your child does not get sick when it's convenient. And the last thing you want to do is get out of your house and go to the pharmacy and buy something. But also, I would have to say, I mean, what I'm trying to do is just appeal to your sense of actually not wasting money. The environmental impacts of this could be extensive, that you will waste a lot more. You can be prepared. But not even that. You cannot do this and save the amount of money that I'm proposing. Your preparedness, you're going to buy this, you're going to buy the bottle of Motrin, you will use a little bit, and it will sit there. And then when it comes up again, you're going to have to buy more. And then we waste and waste and waste.
And just a quick thought, just to clarify, if this is over-the-counter medications, and if so, I typically don't go to, and I know CVS and Walgreens are considered pharmacies, but wouldn't consider, I wouldn't find think there's many places where you got to drive 30 to 40 minutes to get an over-the-counter medication because they're available at gas stations, supermarkets. So I guess that's the part I don't.
I mean, that's the blessing of living in St. Pete. I can actually use my driver and get to a pharmacy. So just with one swing of the club, I could get to a pharmacy. But everywhere it's not like that. Everybody's not in some sort of urban center. Going is just an inconvenience. Not only that, the last thing I want to do is go shopping for pharmaceutical cures. What I'm trying to do is make Pepto-Bismol sexy to you. I'm trying to convince you to be prepared about Gas-X, about all these other things. I would say, just forget about it. You don't even need to waste any time on this. We have it for you.
I would say that, this is good preparation too. There are hurricanes, things like that could be a major effect in having this stuff on the shelf.
Another nice component of this that is not touched upon is that this is portable. You can put this box into your bag and go on a trip. Your whole pharmacy, imagine that. Your whole pharmacy is available to you. I mean, we went on vacation to Mexico. My kid gets sick, starts getting a fever. I don't know what the pharmacy is. I don't really know what the medicines are in Spanish. We happen to actually speak Spanish, so we can navigate some of those things. But imagine, you can have your whole pharmacy, not some of your pharmacy, but your whole pharmacy portable and available. Your pharmacy can't do that. You're not taking these bottles of medicine. You can't pass TSA screening with this stuff. I mean, it's quantities and amounts that are impractical for us to use.
Does your software track product expiration and unused products?
Yes. So with this chip, there's a vast amount of information that's available to us. It tracks expirations, recalls, lot numbers. All of those things are available. So now, when you buy a product, and that relationship is severed the minute you leave the door. I can tell you, I have never looked up a recalled item, ever. I just pray to God that my immunity is hardy enough that I won't die because of it. This right here keeps that connection, okay? We can notify you by text or email that, hey, that item is recalled, get rid of it.
Can you tell me a little bit about the data you're collecting? I mean, I assume this is over-the-counter, it's not subject to HIPAA and the other health things, but are you developing health profiles and people based on this stuff?
So we wanted it to be, so given the HIPAA regulations, one of the reasons why we chose this sector is it's over-the-counter medication, and it's not as tightly regulated. I can see moving to that direction in the future of things that should be tracked, that you should know, things like narcotics or other sorts of medications that, hey, you want to know if somebody actually took your OxyContin. You want to know that information, who's actually using this medication. But we haven't done that. I fundamentally believe that your information is private, so the information that we gather currently is only about the medication itself. It's about the lot number, the expiration, the quantity that's in there.
Does it handle dosing? So when you take the adult, how's it know?
And that-
Trip 1 or 4?
So because this is a 3-day pod, for example, is that once that medication is taken out, that embedded technology gets recognized by this box. And unless that's put back, we want you to take it, use it. Once that's taken out, as long as it's not replaced, it will send you another one. As far as the dosing aspect of things, that's where the app comes into play. It has other information that assists the consumer, things that are available about the manufacturer, about each product, how it's dosed, how often it's dosed, alarms and such are embedded into that.
What's the passive technology that's used? So does it know whether you use 1 or 3?
No. The technology is not such that we have embedded every pill, but we've embedded every box.
So how does it know from a false alarm? If I figure out to read what's on the bottle and figure out.
So using rule-based software, if you suppose you dump it all out, you can use rule-based software to say, hey, are you really wanting to have all of these medications refilled? So there's alarms and governors that you can have on all of this stuff.
So I take it out, then it's actually the app.
No. So you take it out, and then you just consume it. It automatically recognizes that it's taken out. If it's not replaced, we decided a 24-hour period. If it's not replaced within 24 hours, because it's a 3-day supply, we're assuming that it's consumed in its entirety.
Who do you need in your teams now?
Great question. I feel like an evangelist trying to preach and say, I could fill a gap you didn't even know existed. This will save you money. This is where the future is going with this technology. But we are in the process of prototyping, thanks to JJ and some of the other people at Direct Pharms. And my brother, who's an engineer, is helping me out with the prototyping aspect. But there's other parts of it. What I would like is basically, what I'm asking of this community and group is to try to find, 10 people to provide real feedback about what your needs are, what your pain points are, what you would like. I mean, that's the valuable information. I have my own theories of how I can improve this and how this can impact your world in a positive way. But I want to know what the public wants, and I want to try to deliver that.
Are you planning on, do you have in place a consultation line for people that are buying your product? So like if they have a question for Robitussin and they just want to make sure, are you going to have an available line for consultation that will cover that question?
I have thought of that, and that may be an additional revenue stream. Currently, like a nurse line, for example, of professionals that you could call and say, or pharmacists that you could call and say, hey, what can I do for X problem, Y problem? Another exciting component is, I am a self-admitted addict of technology. I love this idea of the Internet of Things. I mean, this could easily be integrated to your HomeKit, for example, where you could say, hey Siri, can I take anything for my diarrhea? Hey Siri, do I have anything for my headache? And all of those things are available. And the crazy thing right now is that, actually fortuitously, about a month ago, Google actually introduced, if you pull up your phone, if it's an Apple phone, you type in any symptom, and Google will tell you the common reasons of why, and what you can do right now today with over-the-counter medication. And all of those things you have available to you. Not some, everything. Everything. That's what Google did. So, that's empowering. And this is another crazy statistic. For every dollar that's spent in over-the-counter medicine, it saves healthcare approximately $6 to $8. Just last year in over-the-counter medicine sales, it saved the U.S. approximately $105 billion by buying over-the-counter sales. Why? You're not coming to see me in the middle of the night for your fever. You're actually treating yourself. you're addressing those needs. And I think this fills that gap.
Are you looking for investors at this point as well, or is that?
No, I mean, at this stage, I am blessed to not need that right now, but this obviously is a technology that needs to be scalable. I mean, what I'm trying to deliver is something that's, in all honesty, I hate hyperbole, but this has the potential to be a transformative technology, in that it's so easy to use, and we are not in the business of inventory management of our lives. We don't treat ourselves like corporation. We waste things. I mean, the amount of waste that happens is just staggering. I mean, I just read an article about there are levels of medication that is recorded in rivers and streams and waters. It's just deplorable, and we seem to be asleep at the wheel. When I say we, meaning medicine and pharmaceutical care. And there's currently, before today, there has been no reason for the industry to change. It's just not financially beneficial to them. And I'm stepping into that gap and saying, I can give you more service for less and make it financially beneficial for all of us.
So I have a grandmother who lives 25 minutes away from a convenience store. She doesn't drive. She's 87 years old. Are these types of things you could like give to your grandparent and then you just put it on your credit card?
Yes.
I just got her first Uber ever, and I paid for it myself.
Yeah.
But that's a long way to go if she doesn't have a car. So can you do like you can pay for prescriptions and just give it to your
Yes.
grandparents and say,
I mean, you can imagine this box. You don't need a computer. You don't need a cell phone. All you need is a connection to the internet. I mean, this can be Wi-Fi. Can be Wi-Fi enabled. You can put a SIM card in it so that it's completely portable and always on a network. But all they have to do is use it. They don't need to type in some sort of computer password. They don't need to get on some cell phone or internet to reorder it. I'm telling you, this makes the Google Go button, which I think is still cool, antiquated. I don't even want to do that. I mean, just use it and it will get you more.
So, what can this community do to help you grow Direct Farm?
We got it. I actually, that was part of the reason I was a little hesitant to give the presentation, trying to formulate that. Again, we're in the process of prototyping, and any sort of input would be helpful for that. Again, the focus group, about 10 to 15 people, to give real-time feedback of what your needs are, what your pain points are, what you would like to see the product deliver. We're in the process of getting the engineering aspect of things, hardware, and the cloud-based technology, and the marketing team. I actually have been blessed to find a great web designer and help us hone our message. But the business side of things is something that is exciting to me, but I know less about.
That was awesome. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. So this is the middle portion where we talk about the events coming up in the community, as those of you who have been here before know. But first, I would like to give a shout out to our sponsor, Cowell. The delicious coffee over the link today is what powers this event. And on non-Wednesday mornings, I highly encourage you to purchase that coffee. But we do have some great events coming up in the community. We have Startup Exchange coming up next, what's that, Tuesday? Where's that going to be at, JJ?
Selman's and Tanner.
Okay. Awesome. If you've never been to that, JJ and a team of experts are just there to hang out with you and answer your questions. It's a cool event. First Waves Accelerator application deadline is next Wednesday. If you've been looking at applying for that, spend the weekend writing that application. Then, next Thursday is the greatest event in all of St. Petersburg.
What would that
It's our annual Good Burger Awards at Janus Lincoln. It is a fun event. Some of you are nominated for awards. I'm hoping you guys will be here. I hope everybody else will come out on sequent.com and get more information about that. But it's a fun time, great evening. And then our Entrepreneurial Academy kicks off on the 12th of September. If you're looking for a 10-week course on how to start and run a business, this is a pretty good one. So check that out on our website, through the emails that we send out to you every week detailing all this stuff. If you're not getting those emails, the sign-in sheet is right there by the door. Make sure we have your email, and we will get you this information. But I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to bring up Kevin with Vincent Scientific to blow us over. Sir.
My name is Kevin, I'm Vincent Scientific. We're both education excellence in neurochemistry. All of me, I'll have those go into that's the know what they sign. Speak up, speak a little. About 3 years ago, I had a crazy idea to learn Spanish. And I thought it'd be a simple task. You know, how hard to learn foreign language. Unfortunately, it was very difficult. How many of you all felt the same way about taking exams? I see that. So, as a scientist, I've got to hear reasons why. And is there a way to improve our learning? So I did some research on my own. That's me. And I found that there was some research that's been done over the past 30 years, and accelerated the past 7 years, that found that there's actually a way to enhance our learning. The way it works is our brain during the day writes out all our experiences. Right now, our brain is writing down everything we're doing right now on a chalkboard. It's called the hippocampus. At nighttime, we take that information and consolidate on memory consolidation into our long-term memory. Problem is, which information do we remember? Researchers have found the word is called encoding. When we take information we learn and encode it with one of our 5 senses, that information will easily be transferred to our long-term memory. What happens is during the day, when you're studying or experiencing something, the information is being encoded. At night, those information that are encoded with the information for one of our 5 senses is reactivated. That reactivation transfers the information from our chalkboard into our long-term memory. An example is, we've all experienced this. Walking in the street, smell some perfume, reminds you of somebody from the past. For me, suntan lotion. Every time I smell suntan lotion, I think of Clearwater Beach in high school. Smell of fresh cut grass, something like that. So the scientists, they started to study this. They said, okay, what if we encode with a scent some learning material with some participants, and then at nighttime apply the same scent to them and reactivate those memories during the nighttime process? But they found learning success up to 25% memory retention versus the participants that were not going through this process. That's huge. So I want to take this monstrous, sophisticated laboratory technique and bring it to the student's desk. But there has to be a way. After about 6 months worth of research and development, my partners here, we've actually developed NeuroSense. NeuroSense is the world's first and only personal sense-based learning system. NeuroSense is a product of ours, but eventually we look like that. The student wears this device while they're learning. They turn it on, they think it's a scent, whichever scent they choose. And while they're learning, the information is being encoded with that scent. At nighttime, they put it back on, turn it on, go to sleep, and the reactivation process is repeated again. So the smell is actually reactivating the scent to help the brain learn information back. My target market are the 40 million students that are between 9th grade and postgraduates. We all take exams, most of them are progress exams, so that we learn our progress from the course material. But some exams, I saw some of those, and I basically saw the SAT, that fear. Those exams actually determine our future, our career, our school of choice, our life. So they're very important. So we're all looking for success in life. Success in learning will lead to our success in life. Company, the way we're based, we're looking at 2 revenue streams which are combined into one. People are familiar with the Gillette Shaver business model. This press is the more common, popular one. We sell the device at an inexpensive price, the consumer will buy it, but the money for the company is making the resales and charges. So, for our phase 1 would be sales of NeuroSense system, be one-time purchase at $149. We do offer a discount to our budget. And then our second one would be the sale of our SmartSense cartridge, which is a consumable you have that will be used up in the process and then multiple purchases during the study, that discussion. Again, very similar to the espresso and the Gillette shaving method. Our sales channels, we're looking at 2 right now. One is direct sales. Obviously, we're going to have neurosense.com. Direct sales on Amazon might be an opportunity, as long as they don't take too much of a cut. And then we're also looking at found that scent-based learning is exceptional for learning foreign languages. So I think presented some of the very interesting programs like this. They already sell headsets for the voice translation, just add our class to it. Then we're looking at independent sales campus reps. These could be students, could be faculty members, they could be staff, but it could be someone unrelated to school that would attend the school functions and promote product events, fairs, other events. That's it. That's my
Hi, do you have any field data concerning the efficacy, the retention rate, reports on success that you can share?
What we've done with our products is we're replicating what's done in the laboratories. That's done especially the past 7 to 8 years, extensively by various researchers. What we're doing is basically replicating what they've done in the laboratory. Once we get the prototypes developed, and first we have to move over to educational institutions and have it planned.
How do you, sorry,
Yeah.
how do you split test this? I'm just kind of confused. How are you going to prove the efficacy? Like, how do you see that happening with the right
Exactly the way the researchers did it. What they did was they tested people on, like, if you remember the card game, we had the card number 7 would match card number 10. What they would do is they test their participants on that. They wanted people to have no prior knowledge of what they're being tested on. And once they achieved 60% retention rate, they considered the material hard. Then they put them through the system. The next one, they retested them, and they found the students that had actually run more than 60% retention that they demonstrated the night before when they used the scent-based technology. Without it, they actually had a reduction in knowledge from the next day. So we're going to replicate the studies that were done by the researchers. And it was that we'll do it in a institution.
How do you coordinate the science and the specific material that you want to be?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
Whatever sense is pleasing to the student and what is not disruptive. So this has to be something you're using during sleep and also during study. Any one of our 5 senses will work. Touch, feel, taste, hearing. But those are all disruptive senses to us. Smell is very passive. So they found it to be most effective. There's other reasons behind senses are closest sense to our primordial brain, which is the hippocampus and amygdala. So it's a very short connection. So it's a strong, between emotion and sense are some strong connections.
Is there a separate nighttime unit, or do you wear that?
Same night. Same, there'll be two phases. There'll be a study phase and there'll be a sleep phase. We switch it up between the 2 phases.
But is there like a bedside little scent machine, or you wear the necklace to bed?
That's because we looked at doing this as a stage 2. That we could actually have the device in our study process that would actually put out a bedside unit that would not only recharge the device, but then also use it to, in the sense, the student at night. But we designed the product to be very comfortable. I've worn this many times a night to wake up, and I also turn on and off. I wake up and it's around midnight, it never wakes me up. So we're designing something that's going to be comfortable for the students to wear during nighttime hours.
Does it keep, like, for a long-term memory? You know, like, is it kind of, you know how you'll study, and you'll have it on, and you regurgitate it the next day?
Right.
Or is it a long-term memory where you remember it?
Right.
Is there studies on that,
Yes.
long-term memory?
It's anything that we learn. Once we learn information, if we just never think about it ever again, we'll forget it. This will help you learn the material. If you want to continue to learn the material, you have to use it for daily activities.
Is it possible that this might be something very helpful for people with Alzheimer's and memory
That's
dysfunction?
what's exciting about this. I love the education market to be able to help students learn better. But I'm a scientist. I went to all pre-med program. Pharmaceutical says I'm excited about the medicine. And there is the market for Alzheimer's and dementia.
Yeah, that's huge.
With cognitive disorders, this will help. They did studies on rats, not with the little devices, but they were able to tap into that Alzheimer's. And they found that they get Down syndrome rats perform just as equally as normal rats. So it's an exciting future.
Well, so my mother uses copper bracelets and swears that they're great, and I certainly looked at some of the research behind that. You know, I don't know, so have you thought about introducing it as a, you just mark the heck out of it and say it increases learning capacity, does it follow a path similar?
Those are placebo effects, the wristbands, the whole thing. Even back in the 60s, 70s, thing called hypophagia, which was sleep learning on it. So you guys remember that would be little tapes that recorded wristbands didn't work. Research on Wikipedia today said that doesn't work, but the researchers are finding stimuli-based learning is more effective. So there will be a placebo effect with this, but the science proves the 25% increase that we learned knowledge.
Is there, I'm not sure how to phrase this question, but is there diminishing marginal returns for each scent? For example, if you study with the smell of an apple and then go to sleep with the smell of an apple, can you use the apple to study Spanish and then French, or do you have to change up the scent? Does that make sense?
Whatever pleasant to you.
So it doesn't matter?
7 of the researchers said they do recommend changing the scent on basis, but they use rose, and they found rose to be the most pleasant for most people. But they said there's no, you didn't have to use a particular scent, but there was a recommendation maybe a scent that you can replace at different times. And we will provide various scent labels.
So with context-dependent learning, you would think that someone would remember more smelling the scent when they're in the testing phase. So it would be really cool to me, as a psychologist, to see you test some groups that just have the scent on when they're learning and testing, and then have another group that's also wearing it at night to see if there's any unique contribution of the scent during sleep. Compare those people.
Now, and against the recommendation of JPEG, show this slide real quick because I don't want it to be too in-depth. But these were the studies that were done. Okay. This is what Garrett shows students not being exposed to stimuli, students being exposed to something.
At night and during the testing phase?
I'm sorry? No,
Odor condition, were they exposed to the scent during learning, sleep, and the testing phase?
no, that's the beauty of this. On the next slide, this was actually when the studies odor during learning and waking, which means they're taking test, actually saw an increase.
That's
in
why.
information.
Why have you
There's some researchers actually, her name is Michelle, went out of the University of Western. She found that with personalities of the scent base, that if the person can smell the scent while they experience the person the second time, it actually takes it's a lessening effect to them. And they smell the person once, the second time it's a different experience for them. That's kind of the feel I'm going into, but it shows the scent. You don't need the scent to remember the knowledge that actually will occur.
That's counterintuitive. Yeah.
It is counterintuitive, but the findings said it's distracting because go back to the process here.
So my hypothesis is that the entire effect comes from the pairing of the scent during learning and sleep.
Right.
And when you can isolate this.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It's not counterintuitive, but what it is, the encoding process takes new information because of the scent. At nighttime, when the scent is present, it's telling the brain, hey, think about this, think about this, think about this. So it's remembering what you were learning as a scent. So it's taking that information, putting it in the brain more often, and transforms it into long-term memory.
Maybe this is too simple, I'm not catching all of this, but with aromatherapy, couldn't you do that with a candle while you're studying and then the spray on your pillow when you sleep?
It has to be the exact same scent. It has to be the same.
I mean, if it's the same scent, I mean, you can get the same scent in both things,
Right.
so you have the same scent. I don't think you want to burn a candle while you're sleeping.
That's
Some might.
Yes, that's separate too. When we're looking at various designs, we're looking at the desktop model, we're looking at headset, something like you mentioned, like a candle. If you're a Starbucks study, you're gonna have a candle. If you're a student and you're in a library, you're gonna have a candle there. And then at night when you fall asleep, if you want a candle there where you fall asleep. This actually isolates the scent, particularly just for the use of agents and such as the candle.
I think, let me follow up, and that brings it, I think you may want to highlight your uniqueness that you bring to your product, because, I mean, the first thing I got to was perfumes, candles, and that kind of stuff that are around you all the time when you're doing things, or cologne, whatever it is. But the fact that it's portable, it's specific, and it's timing, I mean, there are just some things to connect with. Why would I need it? I mean, why would I want that? So it was just kind of easy that way.
That's a good point, because like right now, I'm wearing this the whole time, probably no one even recognizes this as the device. It's subtle. Where I had a candle here, your previous example, candle, you pick one, pick up a candle. So we're trying to make it personal so that no one can affect it. You're in a study hall, student next to you is not going to smell the scent. It's only for you as a person.
What is the resolution of the olfactory experience? For example, how many different kinds of scent? You say it has to be exactly the same scent. So there's, I mean, visually there's a gamut of colors I can see. I imagine there's also a gamut of scents to detect. So what is the limits? What are the learning a bunch of math and algebra, and so I wanted to do quadratic equations in the morning. How to do quadratic equations, I have my smell fresh mown grass, okay? That's fine. Does that then continue on when I get into differential equations? You know what I mean? So this is the granularity of subject matter versus the granularity of the scent. How do those correlate? Yeah, so you're talking about language, right? Language is a pretty broad thing to learn, right? And also, and the scent, right? What is the scent that you do, and how is that correlated with language?
I think I understand your question. Let me make a statement that the veterinarians let me know. We have two types of memory processes. We have declarative memory, which are facts and figures, or Spanish words, English words. And then we have procedural memory, which is playing a piano. When we're playing a piano, that's procedural, but there's a declarative memory part of it. You have to know the key, you have to be able to read the music, you have to memorize the music. But the procedural part of moving your fingers, this technology doesn't work for it. It's about learning the knowledge behind playing a piano. You're going to learn the knowledge to drive a race car, fighter jets. You're not going to have to fly a jet faster, but it's about the knowledge to fight faster.
Is it sort of like a memory palace kind of thing, where you're associating symbols with concepts? You have
symbols you want to learn. The words, symbols, concepts.
So you're correlating two different symbols. You have your olfactory symbol and you have your
correlated with the sciences of online coding. So basically you are taking information, wrap it up in scent, and then your brain that focus on special that's wrapped up in scent. We're going to transfer it.
Okay, so I'm a computer guy, so it's kind of like an reference to an array. Index, kind of an object with a scent as the index.
So I talked to you after that. That's very good.
So, to the gentleman's point, the fact that with the candle, I would always like to see how can you get from where you are now to whatever the next stage is without needing a lot of engineering or expensive research studies or whatever it may be. If you find out that, hey, kid goes to bed at 10 o'clock and 2, 3 a.m. is the ideal time when memories are being created, why not, as the next phase, have, being a little bit silly, but realistically, like a Glade plugin or something that turns on while they're studying and then is hooked up to a lamp timer and then it goes on between 3 and 4 a.m. when the same thing happens. And I think that if, as a potential investor, teammate, anything to join, there's a little bit of a, how real is this, or show me a little bit, even though you can show me the studies, like get me a little bit excited about it, help me get to that next stage. And I think that there's probably a lot of existing very low tech ways, even if the research isn't certified, to get your own, get a class at a school in St. Pete to participate in a study, like a science class in K-12 school, create your own study, use a very low tech way to do it, come back and say, hey, this was my original idea, here's my low tech study, here's the uncertified but promising looking results I got out of that. And now get from that point to a wearable, which could be hundreds of thousands of dollars to get to that stage. I mean, that's just a suggestion on how to
That's a good idea. I mean, that's the path we've taken over the past months. How do we get something out of it just to see how it works? We've developed this. It's actually this is the prototype based by over fancy design, which we're working on works towards the design as you saw. So we have prototypes that can't do testing.
I guess why not, why can't you do testing? Or do you have done it, or you can't do testing?
We just developed this prototype 2 weeks ago. Yeah, one week, I'm getting with my electrical engineer to do some more, get some parts from him. It takes 3 or 4 weeks to get these parts in. We probably develop between 50 and 100 prototypes and then do some testing on the thing. But we have to do the testing in pure scientific way. I just can't give it to the student. My phone mentioned about, well, I think it's going to work if it works. We have to test people in clinical setting or institutional setting where they actually say, you have no prior knowledge of this. They test 4 different test groups. You have no prior knowledge which ones perform better. The ones that experience the device versus ones that experience versions of the device.
So two questions, or one thought and a question. One would be, rather than trying to get approved
I'm just curious, because there is no, you mentioned placebo. Well, if I'm wearing this thing, there's no odor, so I don't know how we can say there's a placebo or not. You're either wearing it or you're not. Because when you say placebo, so I put it on, if there's no, it's a scent base, so obviously there's got to be a scent. I don't know how we have a placebo with a device on it, because we wouldn't get the smell of scent.
It's like,
Here's what the placebo was.
it was basically the fact that they were, this was from cold white they were wearing.
So they don't know why, they don't know that they're wearing it because
They're
they're
in front of
scent.
nasal, not this, well, a quarter we wear this nasal cannula, that some were smelling rose, the other three weren't. They didn't know that they were.
They didn't have other.
They knew they thought they were actually not nasal.
And just from the difference, several people have asked about, do you change the center study, different subjects. If that were true and showed to be beneficial, would you then, the evening, is there such a thing that would cycle through those, if, let's say you were studying math, science, and history, would over the night there be 3 different sets coming to you, or would you just have to pick one and go from there?
We haven't got to that. That's a good thought. But we were basically, there's a study period of 2 hours to use that material. Just throwing a hypothesis out there. I don't think if you smell the same scent during 3 different space sessions during the day, it's going to react. That was key. It's the reactivation. It's like someone reminding your brain, hey, remember we talked about this earlier today? Remember we talked about this earlier today? And that process sends it to your brain faster. You again.
Yeah, maybe.
Thanks.
No, I see this is not science. I see a weird connection between this and vaping from a marketing perspective. Now, I understand you're a man of science, vaping is the opposite of science. But there's a very popular thing, right, for a certain segment of this society. So I'm wondering,
You probably wasn't using this device.
is it a vaping kind of a thing?
I find this product, in their sense, is probably going to be to those high cheap people that want to sell.
Right.
That have the 3.9 to 4.0 and lower. They want to be double accurate. This isn't a behavior.
This is not a, well, that's what I'm thinking though, is there a mechanism, the same sort of thing that makes people want to vape, whatever that is? Maybe you can talk to us.
No, if there's any type of correlation for it, I have to do it wrong. The sense is available to the person through a back system picked up because of information. Vaping, I think, is more.
No, I understand, yeah, but, yeah.
You had a question?
Is there any evidence that shows if you study with the scent and then sleep with the scent, is there any evidence that says if you take the test with the scent, it unlocks additional memory or capability of performing?
If you lose.
No, that you would gain more if
That's what goes down to the product. It's all wrong. If you smell scent during the learning process, you smell scent again during your sleeping hours, it's already for the memory consolidation. That's why it works.
But would you wear, like if I was studying with the SAT, would you wear it while you're taking the SAT as well?
No. And that's what the researchers have found, that actually diminishes your
It would actually
test score. Now, that could be a fluke in the score. They actually didn't address that. It's like just diminishing it. You know, adding studies with a variation. But they said it's not necessary.
To recap, I think I've heard 4 or 5 times. So clearly, the scent only enhances the commitment to long-term memory and is not necessarily a role in recollection, conscious recollection of the information. There's just an enhancement to commit to long-term memory. You touched on it when you mentioned that, you know, okay, imagine what it would be to have a 3.9 to a 4.0. That's only like tangible results. I think from a marketing standpoint, that's what would help. Hey, imagine if you had an 85, which is a B. It could only get you a 10% improvement to a 93, now that's an A, or an SAT at 1200. I only got you a 10% improvement, 1320 versus 1200. Those are things, as a parent, I would say, wow, that could be a life changer.
Right. You know, I think my ideal customer would be someone who has a 10th or 11th grade student who's got 3.9, dad went to Florida, and Florida requires a 4.0 plus whatever. So the kid's got 3.9, they're not going to be set to Florida. My son's going to Florida. That would be the parent advice. Also, the other market would be college sports. There's a lot of students in high school that can't academically qualify. So this could help the coaches get the players to the academic qualify to play football. And then once they're in the college football program, get them to stay academically qualified. So it's not going to be a behavior thing. I mean, the football players are going to go party and shoot BB guns and steel ribs. They'll take it, so. Only running on David's for repack. It's not going to cost all those ones, but once it's due to study. So it may get them up from the 1.9 to the 2.0 that you need to stay in the college football program.
So what can we as a community do to help you grow this business?
I'm going to put introduction to the influential educators administrators. We need to mention about how we're going to do studies, start testing this, and gain credibility in the front. I think getting some info to educators administrators is going to be great. Talk about high school football and basketball coaches. I noticed that some of them, the NCAA actually has a program called ACT where they rate schools and their college athletes, and if they fall below a 950, it's supposed to come back and then be ineligible. It's not based upon a player, it's based on the performance of all the student athletes. So the schools fall below those average, they need to get it by 950. Matter of fact, Florida A&M, local school, is actually being threatened with sanctions and won't be able to play football this year, sport back up. So, someone knows a college football coach or high school coach that sees those players that maybe can't qualify academically, like to talk to them and get their expansion after they're at risk, using advice. Interview with students or parents. I want to talk to parents and find out what their objections would be, what they like about, what they don't like about, what they want to do. And then students, I don't think the market is using it with students more likely than parents will be required. So, and then once the product's launched, I'd love for you guys to be an early adopter. Looks like what you got out of high school too. So if you guys are learning foreign language like I am, look at it, take 0 cents and write yourself.
Alright, 2 awesome presenters today. I like how there's a theme of the sciences, and today some days we get different kind of themes going on, so I love that. I saw a lot of new hands up at the beginning for people who are here for the first time. That's awesome. So a couple of reminders for first timers. One, there's a sign-up sheet right there by the door. Put your email on it. You'll get a weekly email saying who is coming up here to present, as well as a recap with the videos that Lex takes of the presentations on YouTube. So see the videos from today and find out from Carly what's coming next week. If you're thinking of presenting at 1 million cups, we take applications for people who are less than 4 years in business, less than $1 million in revenue, doing something innovative and scalable. So that's the key there. It's like, hey, is this something unique? Is this something that can be scaled to address a big market? If you're not sure, put your business in there anyway. It doesn't mean that you're going to be scheduled to be thrown up here next week just because you registered. It's just your way of saying, hey, I'm in the same community. I go to 1 million cups. I'm working on this thing. I'm putting it in the system. That is a whole separate process from the next stage, which is now that I'm in your system, now I think I might want to apply. I click the button, and then it goes through a process and connects you with one of us as an organizer. We speak with you, talk about your presentation, and then put you out there. So nothing is automatic. I think sometimes feel like, oh, I'm not ready yet to share my idea. Well, I think we had a presenter last week who just pure concept stage, and then we have people who, hey, I just launched my product, and now I need your help to help grow it in the community. So all kinds of different stages. I think that's it. Any